9:36 now here on Delaware. I'm Peter MacArthur, and thanks for joining us on this Monday. It's April 4th. The Delaware Racial Justice Collaborative announcing that Delaware's first statewide Black Student Union Summit is taking place actually at the end of this week in Wilmington. We wanted to talk about the event upcoming so you can make plans to get involved if you so choose, but also to talk about the mission behind it. So Tierra Fair is joining us this morning to help us out with both those things. Hey, Tierra, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you're doing well as well. Why don't we just start with a kind of a broad stroke, Tierra? What is the Black Student Union Summit all about?
Well, honestly, it is an opportunity for students as a whole to kind of turn up the volume around activism. And, it is called the Black Student Union Summit because our goal was really around bringing together all of the Black student unions across the state and the students that would like to start Black student unions and the advisors that maybe have student unions in their schools or would like to have them, and bring them together to have meaningful discussions, to get active, to reemerge, to train, refuel, uplift these students because, on a regular basis, they're dealing with really hard topics. What's amazing about this summit is that it is not just for Black students, it's for any student that is really excited about advocacy. So we're talking about those students and their allies who really care about social justice. And United Way of Delaware and the Delaware Racial Justice Collaborative, along with so many other partners, are really excited about this.
Yeah, I'm sure. And so I think you actually answered a big part of my next question. The Black Student Union in and of itself is then like a collaboration of people that have advocacy in mind for issues that matter to them.
Absolutely. So it's really about, if you care about equity, if you care about equality, if you care about social justice, then as a student, you should be there. And we're even incentivizing a little bit to get some students involved and active and on the move.
Yeah, talk about some of the issues that are kind of forefront, if you can, for Black student unions at this point in time.
Well, I think one of the biggest things and the reason why Black student unions exist is because there is this innate issues that happen when you are a minority at school. And so it allows for those students to really talk about those issues, to come together and to address them in a meaningful way that is organized and that actually produces the change that they want to see. So often the students feel alone in a lot of their advocacy, or they feel as though racial issues might happen and they don't know what to do about it, or social justice issues are happening, they don't know what to do about it. And so this having a Black student union in your school can really help to shape and make sure that we are moving for change together in an organized way, especially because sometimes teenagers, they're young. They don't necessarily know how to do it or what to do. And so us bringing everyone together is to just magnify that and to get those students excited and understand what other schools are doing and how they can really make change and how they have that power within themselves as well.
Yeah, Tierra Fair joining us now. We're talking about the first Black Student Union Summit coming up on April 9th, 9 to 1. That's Saturday for you guys, by the way, keeping kind of score at home. Let's talk about the event itself, Sierra. We mentioned it's Saturday. It's happening from 9 to 1. How does it kind of lay out in terms of what people will be doing that day?
Absolutely. So it's going to be a lot of fun so there will be students there, there will be advisors or teachers there, there will be some administration there. So it's really going to be a great event for all those involved. So adults can come too. It's the adults that are just community members. We encourage them to volunteer with us because we definitely need some help in that department as well. But the truth is the day is we are going to do a lot of education, but then we're going to sprinkle in some fun. So there will be a DJ. There'll be some spoken word. We're doing a mindfulness training with one of our partners. We have a keynote speaker from Sky Jackson, and Sky Jackson is actually one of the founders of the National Black Student Alliance. That was launched in August of 2020. And she also spurred the Black movement on Instagram at her high school. We are going to have lunch catered by Chick-fil-A, which I know some of the students are really excited about. So,
yeah, that's not a bad magnet in the mix there.
Absolutely. And very lastly, one of the things that we wanted to do is really just encourage students to come out. And so the top 3 schools that bring in the most students on Saturday are going to win a cash prize for their student union. So the top school wins $500. I don't know about you, but as a student, when I remember when I was doing a lot of programming, and we didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So for those students, it's really excited for them because it's a way for them to garner more attention, get to do some of the programming they want to get to. They might want to pay a speaker or have some food at their meetings. And so we want to incentivize them for coming in and learning and being together. There's going to be workshops throughout the day that will teach them things like voting, about finding their passion in social justice. We have speakers such as Cheyenne Miller and Kobe Owens and Dr. Michelle Taylor from United Way, of course, State Representative Mazina Wilson Anton. We have so many amazing speakers coming up. And so all that I say is if you don't know about it, you want to learn more, go to our website, which is uwde.org/BSU and check it out.
Tierra Fair is joining us, talking to us about the first Black Student Summit that's happening on Saturday, April 9th. And important to point out here, we're talking not just about college students, but high school students you'd like to pull into the event, yeah?
Absolutely. So it's really, really pushing for high school students.
Yeah.
And then college students are welcome. We will have a few middle school students that are excited for the cause and mature enough to be a part of these conversations. But it's really, really geared towards high school students, and it's across the state. We're busing kids from Sussex County up to Wilmington to make sure that we're all able to be together.
Yeah.
For this momentous occasion.
I like this. I see one of the panel discussions talks about finding your passion in social justice. And I think there's a lot of organic that comes along with that people kind of maybe stumble upon it, but then it becomes a very real emotion. And what I also like about this whole program is the fact that you're kind of teaching these kids to maybe harness that a little bit. Because think about when you were a teenager and some of the things that were going on, physiologically with your body, you're a little bit of a hot mess sometimes. And being able to really, project your message in an effective way to the world can be a challenge.
Absolutely. That is really the goal, is to bring these students together so that they can find their own voice. Yeah. And they can use it in a productive way. They can use it to really create the change that they want to see. It makes it so that, there are a lot of terrible things that happen within the world, within schools. Sometimes it's really hard. And so we want to give them some support and give them the ability to find their own voice and advocate for the things that they believe should be true.
Yeah. And just to clarify, one last thing before I let you go, Tierra, is there's also workshops for the teachers, the advisors, the school administrators who will be and should be interested in working together with Black Student Union initiatives there, right?
Absolutely. What happens is typically the people that the teachers and the people that are leading the schools are not necessarily always people of color. Yeah. And sometimes it's hard for them to understand that as well and to understand that plight. This is a great opportunity to have those tough conversations. A lot of the BSU advisors or the Black Student Union advisors are advisors that are kind of voluntold. Like they're the only teacher that the student can get to do it.
Right.
And so a lot of times they don't know, they need some support too. They're looking for ways to engage students. How do they make this work? How do they make it successful? How do they support the students? We're here for them. We're excited for them. And we're inviting them into the conversation as well. So we all leave more empowered, more ready to tackle tough issues, and again, the most productive way that's ready for change, to create change.
So there it is, the Black Student Union Summit set for April 9th. That is Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Chase Fieldhouse in Wilmington. Tierra Fair joining us, United Way of Delaware, to talk about it. Looks like you have all the angles covered here, Tierra, and so it sounds like a really, really great initiative. So hopefully we'll get some people turning out at your doors for it.
Absolutely. We're so excited. And like I said, I just want to reiterate, this is for any student that is excited about social justice. So I know it's called the Black Student Summit, and we really want to, we're focusing on Black students unions. However, our allies are so important as well. So if you care about social justice, if you care, then get involved, jump in. And this is one of the ways you can.
Yeah, it certainly is. Tierra, nice to talk to you.